Hello and welcome to another Bad Comic Review. This time we are looking at Batman One Dark Knight Book 2. This is from DC Comics under their Black Label imprint. Story and art by Jock. Letters by Clem Robbins. Cover by Jock. Now this took a long time to get out because of the paper shortage, I think, but I'm really glad it did. I really like the first book, and this book picks up where it left off with Batman on the run trying to get EMP to Blackgate. He's got 3.8 miles to go and every gang member on his tail. There are easily half a dozen gangs after EMP. Most of them want him dead so they can have a turf war and take the turf that EMP had. Now things go horrible for Batman because he is running low on equipment and there are a lot more gang members than there are Batman. Unfortunately, the GCPD aren't going to be able to help too much. There is a car accident from last issue where Montoya is pretty messed up and Vasquez is supposed to help her, and she makes a decision that was pretty shocking. But Vasquez knows a lot more than she's letting on, including she knows about EMP's son, Brody. And that kid is obviously playing an important part in this because he appears to be a metahuman. Meanwhile, Batman is slowly crawling his way across the city, and he does stick to the rail line for a little while, which does gain him pretty good distance, but he ends up getting shot, and so does Edward. Now with EMP wounded, that's a big problem. Batman already is wounded, and now he's got a wounded EMP blaster strapped to his back because that guy is a ticking time bomb. He's even leeching off Batman's neurosynapses and draining those, so it's clouding Batman's thought. Well, we're left with a pretty stunning cliffhanger ending, and I would have to say that this came in at $7 and I didn't feel cheated for my money. The panels are often very large, which generally I hate because it shows a lazy storytelling, but because the panels are large on this larger format, because it is prestige format, this isn't stapled, so it's got the perfect binding, which makes it more like a very nice magazine with great paper. DC really has a lot of potential with this format, even though a lot of fans don't particularly like it because it's a little bit more European style and it's harder to store. But I have to say the art comes out very, very well in here, and so does the colors. The colors really do pop. So all around, this is a solid work. I'm not generally a giant fan of Jock's art style, but it does work here, and I have to admit I'm really impressed with this. So I'm looking forward to the conclusion issue, which is number 3, and I have it sitting here, so hopefully I will be able to have that one up soon. This is definitely a mature reader story, and it has a feel of 16 Blocks meets John Wick. So if you've seen those two movies, you probably know what I'm talking about, but it's very action oriented, and I'm real excited to read the next issue. So high recommendation, all around a fun book. That's gonna do it for this one. Thank you so much for listening and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future reviews. If you'd like to help the channel out in other ways, links are in the description to various support methods, and as always, we hope to see you on the next one.